Hey guys, welcome back to Puff It Loudo, and welcome back to Charade Maniacs. We are now in the exploration phase of this chapter. I don't know where we're gonna go. We literally just ditched fucking our best friend. Like, we literally were like, hi Banjo, I know that you may feel terrible about what happened with our skit earlier, and I don't care about that. You can sit by yourself, I'm gonna go by myself and explore the area, even though we're best friends, well, supposedly best friends, and even though you have been like profusely apologizing for what happened. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still like iffy about that. I don't know about you guys. I just, I could not bring myself to be so mean. Like, it's just so mean. I feel so bad for him. All right, let's get right into it. Meanness aside, I guess we'll just go down the line. All right, go to the library. That's a huge fucking library, wow. I thought I might find someone if I went to the library. But the library was deserted and all there was lined bookshelves. It might not be like a normal library. It doesn't seem like it's closed. I look at the reception desk and there are pens, memos, and tape along with displays lined up. It doesn't seem like it's been used. They're all new? That's bizarre. I headed to the bookshelves next. There were many paper-printed books. It's not electronic? There was pen and paper earlier too, that's rare. I took a book and opened it, and I saw an electronic paper display with words lining it. Wow, that's fancy. Oh! It's not a projector display. I've never seen this before. I got the sensation that what I was reading on paper, which was interesting in itself. But considering that it's the shape of the book, I felt like it would take a lot of space as I went around looking at the titles. The 22nd Century Earth and Us, Tale of the Bamboo Cutter, Geology and Biology, Best VR Games, The Happy Prince. Dazai, you surprised me. You came here too. It's rare to see these in the library. It's all electronic paper displays. So, like, they didn't even, like, organize it by, like, the Dewey system or something like that? Dewey Decimal System? Right. Hey, do you think that the producer is the one that prepared this library? There's no one here, and the lodging was prepared by the other world stream. I thought that maybe the whole town is that way. Yeah, it is. That's fucking insane. Yeah, but I'm surprised. There's so many books here, so I thought that maybe the producer likes books. Oh, I want to check out this cookbook. What? Yeah, seriously, she does. Huh? Is that bad? Dazai controlled my bangle and searched for the title of the book in front of me. An app started up, and I could then read the books through the bangle. You're right. Maybe I'll read it in my room later. I looked at the books as he told me to, and I noticed that some books said, cannot be viewed externally. I nod as I look around at the bookshelves again. It seems about half and half. Oh, but I didn't come here just to read. Yeah, me too. I watched Dazai walk away. Now I wonder what I'll do next. Go to the park, I don't know. Ice cream? I'm so down. This is the same park in the drama. Then we were transported here for the drama then? Oh. Sena-san. Sena-san mo koen ni kite ta desu ne. Yes, I thought that maybe someone would be here. そうなんですか。僕はもう別の場所を調べようかと。それでは失礼します。 Before I could respond to him, Chigasaki was already gone. Was he in a hurry? I just turned my attention to the park and then immediately found a silhouette. There's someone there. There were people talking on the bench. I see someone standing next to a food truck. Also people walking lazily. I feel like being unable to see a single person is all an illusion. I ran over to the food truck and spoke to the person that looks like an employee. Oh, this is shaped like a car, but it just looks like that. I think it's an ice cream shop? It's called Charade Maniacs Ice Cream? Okay. The employee smiled at me a while, waiting for me to talk. I had so many things to ask, but I didn't know where to start. I decided to start with something simple. What are you selling here?
Konnichiwa. Ice wo douzo.
It literally says ice cream on the... Oh my god. Oh, so it is ice cream. But I'm sorry, I don't have any money right now.
お金は必要ありませんよ。どうぞ。
Free ice cream? You practically forced that ice cream cone into my hand. You don't want any money? Also, this looks like coffee flavor.
はい。それはキャストさんたち用のアイスですから。
The cast? I expressed suspicion, but the employee didn't respond. They just continued to face me with a smile. Although it was off-putting, I asked what I wanted to find out. Where is this place?
ここは異世界ですよ。
Where is Arcadia? Is it still in Japan? Excuse me?
こんにちは。アイスをどうぞ。
Oh god, is this like an animatronic something? Oh god. No, I'm fine. Thank you for the ice cream. I quietly moved away from there. I looked back and the person was still smiling. This is weird. It's like an AI that can only say preset things. I then remembered about the ice cream I received. What do I do with this? Now that I think about it, I haven't eaten anything since yesterday. I might be a little hungry. I cautiously took a bite, and the cold chunk melted in my mouth, and I tasted a sweet flavor. It's delicious. I couldn't think that it was something bad, so I ate the whole thing. If Tomose saw me do this, he'd probably get mad at me again. I looked around now at the now populated park. What could I do from there? But like, why not talk to any of the people at the park other than the ice cream person? Like, I would want to verify, like, is the ice cream person an AI? Are the people around us AI? Like, or like, well, she said AI, but I think that they're like holographic. I don't know. But I guess we'll return to the lodging. Oh, Gyobu?
Na, バレた?
When I returned to the lodging, Gyobu was already there. There was no one else. I found you? You didn't go outside?
僕はいいかなって。外を調べるのってそんなに意味ある?
Maybe you could discover something? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's good that somebody stayed behind, but still. Maybe we could find a way out and call for help.
無理だと思うけどな。
Do you have a reason for thinking that?
生活区域外に出たら警告が出るって言ってたじゃん。僕まだ死にたくないし。
Well, you don't have to go that far out. Well, yeah, but...
実際君もここに戻ってきたよね。どう？一緒にゲームしない？
I'm going outside again. I heard that cry of dissatisfaction from Gyobu as I went back outside. What do I do from here? I guess we'll go elsewhere. I walked around aimlessly, but there are a lot of stores here. I did see a school-like building on the way. If I turn this corner, there's what appeared to be a grove. Was it a park? Where do I look next? Okay, there's so many options! There are a lot of stores here. It's clean, but there are no customers. I think I can go inside. What should I do? As I looked around, I noticed a side path off from the street. Oh god. It looks a bit creepy. I shouldn't go there. We know that we're going back there at some point. I looked back at the street and I heard someone running.
Oi, Sena!
I turned around and see Akase. He looked frantic, causing me to be surprised. What's the matter, Akase?
お前も外を調べに出てきたのか。一人で。
Was I not supposed to?
一人じゃ危ないだろう。その、女の子だし。
Oh, please. Well, I mean, he's right. Like, It's so hard because I feel like it's like towing the line between like being kind of sexist but also being like careful, because at the end of the day, like, it is more dangerous for women to be alone than for men, unfortunately, because of like how society is. Yeah, I don't know. I won't dock him any points for that. He seemed to be worried about me. I could tell that from his expression. Thank you so much for being so worried about me. Then what about Iochi?
そう言われると確かにな。ほんと、あの人はどっち扱いすればいいか迷うよな。
Akase shrugged with a wry smile to show that he didn't know what to do. I just thought that there wouldn't be any danger from what the director said.
従っていれば危害は加えないだろうけど、万が一ってこともあるだろ。俺と一緒に調べるか？
Oh, okay. Together. I thought about it. I was thankful for Akase worrying about me. But if Tomose saw me with Akase, who knows how he would react to it. He might sulk and ask why I didn't go with him. Considering that, I felt bad about it, so I couldn't bring myself to accept Akase's suggestion. I'm fine, thank you. If something happens, I'll be sure to call you.
そうか？じゃあ、何かあったらちゃんと連絡しろよ。飛んでいくから。
He can't be a bad person, right? Like, he can't. No, there's no way. Like, I don't know. Okay, I can't say there's no way, but I don't know. He seems like a good guy. Akase smiled, showing his confidence in his speed. I honestly thought that he really would come running to my aid. Yes, thank you very much.
よし、いい返事だ。じゃあ、気をつけてな。
Akase flashed his smile again before going in the opposite direction. He happened to see me, so he came chasing after me? I thought about how dependable he was as I continued to explore. I tried to be more alert than I was previously. Yeah, instead of fucking, you know, like, going into dark alleyways by yourself. Oh my god. This place really is a school, and it resembles my high school. I wonder if it was this school that was used for the last drama. I don't know if it was because it was summer vacation, but there's no one here. I should go elsewhere. I also think that this, you know, back into conspiracy boopity boop boop puff. Like, I feel like maybe what if all these like shops and all these like parks and stuff like that are related to the people that are involved, like the cast members. So like, because a lot of them went to school here at Gekai High, I think, they put the school in this world or simulation or whatever the fuck it is. So what if the park is a specific place for somebody, those shops are a specific place for someone, the library is, I don't know, it's just very suspicious. I went to change directions and then saw an unfamiliar building near the school. The buildings around it are different from my school, but I've never seen anything like it before. Oh god. Oh god! Excuse me. I peek inside and see that the inside looks like a storage facility. It was dark and the sound of opening the door echoed. I tried to let my eyes get used to the dark, and then I saw a big door deeper inside. The storage could go further in. There isn't anything else, I should go. What do you mean? You could have checked the door! Okay, alright. Whatever. Let's go to the other park. Wow, this park is pretty. Being here does make it feel kind of like I'm in some kind of utopia. I walked around in the comforting scenery, and I noticed someone walking near the trees. Is that Haiji? What's he doing? He's just standing there looking at the trees. Haiji? What are you looking at?
セナさん？なんか慣れないよ。
You can call me whatever you like.
そう？じゃあ、そうさせてもらうね。
Yeah. We're talking like we're friends, but I forgot to ask about his age. I assume he's about my age. I was thinking of that, but then Haji found some falling leaves and kept chasing after them with his eyes. Were you looking at the leaves?
そうだけど、おかしい？
It's not that, but I thought you were investigating what's out here.
みんなそう言ってたけど、何を調べたらいいのかなって。
Like, what buildings are where, or what kind of people are here. We want to know where we are.
そっか。じゃあ、調べてくるね。
Yeah, take care. Haiji seemed to be convinced at that, so he immediately walked off. He seems so mysterious. He's also like a fucking weirdo who just stands there and stares at the leaves like, I don't know, it's so weird. Alright, well, I'm gonna save before it ends, I guess. I don't know. I don't wanna like fuck something up. Although there are no other choices, so whatever, we'll end. The sun started to set after we explored outside for a bit, so we decided it was a good time to come back. Akase mumbled that as he was hunched over the table. Everyone was in an agreement to that, and was either drinking something or going through the kitchen.
考えてみれば昨日から何も食べてないね。逆にここまでよく持ったと思うよ。
Yeah, that is really weird. Like, is the hunger slower here or something?
キッチンに食材あるんだっけ？インスタントもあるって言ってたか？
まさか食べるんですか？
しょうがねえだろ、飢え死にしたくねえし。それにディレクターが用意したものなら毒は入ってないはずだろう、多分。
食事ね。それも大事ではあるんだけど、ちょっと待ってくれないかな。満腹になって頭が鈍る前に情報を共有しておきたい。一人足りないけどね。
Iochi fiddled with the bangle, and then everyone received a message to open the attached file.
簡単な地図を作ったんだ。空白のところはみんなの情報で埋めていきたいと思うんだけれど。
Damn! Oh my god, that's so smart. I literally never would have thought of that. Oh my god, that's brilliant.
区域外として警告が出た地域はどうしますか？
それも教えてほしい。どの地点で警告が出たかをね。
Iochi put together everyone's information and completed the area map. There were still blanks, but it was a good baseline.
これではっきりしたね。この宿舎を中心に半径約1キロの範囲がディレクターの言う生活区域らしい。
1 kilometer. How many miles is that? I'm so bad at this. Don't judge me. I can already see how many people are judging me. Okay, so it's a little bit more than half of a mile. That's not a lot of space.
それなりに施設もあるし、少ないながら人もいる。けれど、どうやら彼らは
異世界人ですね。日本語は通じているけど、話が完全に通じているわけじゃない。
Oh, so these are like the alien people? Oh, I feel like, I literally feel like fucking conservative person to be like, the aliens from outside. Like, it just doesn't sound right. I don't know, but still, it's like, what else are you supposed to call? No, oh god, I'm gonna be canceled. Oh lord.
確かに会話がちゃんと成立しなかったな。
I guess you just call them the otherworld people, but that doesn't sound right either.
建物自体は日本製のようでした。でもどこにも住所は書いてなかった。
The people living here all called it the otherworld too.
異世界ね。
少なくとも区域外に出ることは不可能そうですね。警告を無視すればキャスト失格。命の保証はないという言い方でしたし。
じゃあやっぱりディレクターの言う通りにするしかないってこと？
まあそうなるだろうな。不本意だが。
The living room was engulfed in silence. The atmosphere felt heavier the longer nobody said anything. I then heard someone sigh. We can't go home. I don't think we're being rescued either. Considering that, it's only natural that we would all feel down. I remember the scene from somewhere. We were sitting around the living room table. Oh, I know. It was when we said goodbye to Kyo. My younger sisters and brothers all fell down. Unable to stand that atmosphere, I tried my best to act happy. I also don't think that they fell down. I think they meant to say felt down, but during times like this, I'm always the one to cheer everyone up. I just have to do the same again. Is that it for the sharing of information that we gathered?
そうだね。みんなが特になければ以上かな。
Then how about we eat? Staying hungry will just make us more depressed. If we're tired, we won't come up with any good ideas. If it's simple, I can make something, although that's assuming there are ingredients.
マジで？
セナさん、お料理できるんですね。
I have younger siblings, so I would always make something if they cried about being hungry. But I can't cook anything too complicated.
それでも助かるな。
俺も手伝うよ。この人数の量を作るのは大変だろう。
I was like about to ask, I'm like, is no one like good at cooking? Does everybody not know how to cook? Are we going to only be eating instant noodles this entire time? Like,
ご飯って何作るの？
everyone's expressions returned to normal. They even seemed happier than earlier.
ここの食材は食べても大丈夫なのか？
僕はインスタントでもいいけど。
Of course you are. I'm so sorry.
ちょっと黙ってろお前ら。
そうだぞ。いらないなら食うな。
Wow. I announced that I would check out the kitchen, so I stood up from my seat. I wonder if those two, like, were getting defensive of it because, like, maybe it was like, oh, like, if you say that, then she's gonna feel bad about, like, cooking. She'll be like, oh, okay, I guess you don't want to eat what I'm gonna make, or, like, I don't know. It's weird. Oh, that was when the missing person, Ibana, returned. Okay. Everyone turned to him. He looked as irritated as always as he ignored us to go to his room. Hold on, Ibana. We were talking about eating together now.
飯？
Yeah, Ibana, I'm sure you're hungry.
この中にプロデューサーがいるのに一緒に食えるか？
That statement caused us to freeze up. We had tried not to think about it, but if the director was truthful, then there was a traitor among us.
お前はまたそういう。
事実だろ。プロデューサーがいると分かっていて一緒に行動する方がどうかしてる。
I mean, I get what he's trying to say too. Like, I would also be very nervous.
それじゃまるで自分だけは違うって口ぶりだな。
自分以外に誰を信じられる？俺は周りは全員敵だと思ってる。
Everyone's the enemy.
極論だな。
Yeah.
ほっとけ。俺は部屋で食う。
Considering the previous examples, I was sure the Watcher would provide food if we made the request. That's why Ibana's decision wasn't wrong. I became painfully aware of how difficult it was to trust another person. Then, I guess it can't be helped. Is everyone okay with curry?
カレーの材料ならあった気がするな。じゃがいも、人参、玉ねぎに豚肉、カレーの固形ルーまでは確認したよ。
There are more ingredients than I thought. Then, let's use that to...
いや、足りないだろ、食材。
Huh? I thought Ibana had gone to his room, but he had turned back to interject. Huh?
スパイスから作れとは言わないが、セロリは、ニンニクは、生姜は、バターやローリエは使わない気か。
Wait, hold on. He's the cook. He knows how to cook. He's asking, he's like, you're not gonna add anything else. You're just gonna literally make the simplest curry. You're not gonna make your own roux. Like, what are you doing? Like, oh my god.
しかも、腹が減って今すぐ食べたいのに、カレーはないだろ。
That's true.
もっと手早く作れるものを選べ。
That's so true, because curry does take a while. Ibana, are you good at cooking?
得意かどうかじゃない。作るか作らないかだろ。
But,
なんかキャラ変わってない？大丈夫？
うるさい。半端なカレーを作るなんてカレーへの冒涜だ。カレーは明日。今日は中華だ。
Wait, hold on. But Chinese food is also takes like a really long time. It depends. Well, I guess it depends on what you make, but
なんで急に熱くなってるんだ。
I think that's really cute. I don't know about you guys. I don't know. I know that he's like a complete jerk, but him being so like passionate about something is pretty adorbs.
こだわりがあるんですね。
Then let's make Chinese food. Let's do this, Ibana. Under Ibana's direction, we started to make Chinese food. What did you make, though? Like, tell me. Oh, wow, okay. The 6 dishes that we cooked up were so elaborate that they didn't seem made with just the available ingredients. Oh, wow! Wow! Oh my god! Just, can you tell that I'm a fucking fan of food? I love food, okay? It looks like they have, like, so they have mapo tofu, or like mapo tofu. And then they have some type of, like, cabbage with mushroom in the back. I think it's just stir-fried. They have shrimps with, I think, green beans? Fried rice, obviously. They also have, like, oh, I don't know what it's called, but it's like bamboo shoot with, like, those, like those little mushrooms that come in, like, the cans and stuff. With, like, the, oh, I don't know what it's called, but it's really good. And then it looks like the middle is, like, fencer or something. I don't know how to say that in English. It's, like, it's not rice noodle, but it's like a sweet potato noodles, I think, or something like that. And it's like a cold dish usually. Well, I don't know. Some of them can be hot though too. So maybe it's hot. I don't know. You can just see me just like, I want to eat all this food. Ugh. Wow, this is great. I'm glad we left it to Ivana.
見た目はすげえけど
No, it looks fucking amazing. What are you talking about?
セナが作ったやつがいいな。
日和の料理は十分うまいのに、何もこいつが作らなくても。
I think that's so cute.
文句があるなら食うな。
You just spat the fucking, like, because the other boys said that earlier to, what's his name? Oh my god, I can't keep up with all their names. It's, what's his name again? The long gray-haired guy was, Gyo something, Gyobu, I think. But he's just repeating it.
くそ。身に覚えが。
Oh my god, I literally called that. I'm sorry. I sampled it earlier and it was delicious. Here's your serving plate.
いい匂いだな。いただきます。
いただきます。
いただきます。
いただきます
We all started to take a few bites. Most of us remained quiet as we shoveled food into our mouths. Amidst that, I noticed that Akase looked down with his hands against his temples. What's the matter, Akase? You don't like spicy food?
いやうまくてつらい
Oh god. It hurts?
俺は辛い。
Oh, right, you don't like spicy stuff. Tomose, this fried rice and the stir fry isn't spicy.
エヴァナ、お前。こういうところで好感度上げていくのは卑怯だろ。
He is. Like, I don't think that he could have raised any higher for me in that one fucking section. Like, he went from literally the bottom to probably like the middle right now because of food. What you are learning from this is that I can be won over with food.
うるさい。好感度なんてマイナスのままで結構だ。
Oh my god.
いや、ほんと美味しいよ。これはカレーも期待できるね。
中華ってあまり食べないけど美味しいね。やるじゃんケイちゃん。
やめろ、慣れ慣れしい。
This relaxed atmosphere seemed to bring us closer together, especially with Ibana. Ibana must have just felt desperate at first. That's why he said those harsh things. He does have a sharp tongue and is a bit scary. Soon, most of our plates were emptied and we started to chit-chat. Iochi stood up to go make some tea. Iochi loves tea! Oh my god.
全員聞いてほしいんだけど
Akase stopped Iochi by holding up his hand.
俺は昨日終業式が終わったらさっさと帰って買っといたコーラを飲みながら欧州リーグの録画を見るつもりだった
I'm not even surprised that he
サッカ
likes
ーな
soccer.
別に大した予定じゃないが予定を崩されるのはムカつく強制されるのは好きじゃないみんなそうだろ
うん。まあ、そうだな。
でも今俺は強制的に異世界ってやつに閉じ込められてるしそのうちドラマもやらされるんだろう すげえ腹立つけど、今それに反発しても自分の身を危険にさらすだけなんだろうなって思う。
Akase continued as he saw nods of agreement among us.
から俺は今ここにいる10人はとりあえず仲間って思うことにした。
Huh?
あれ昨日真っ先に切れてたじゃん。裏切り者め、名乗り出ろ。
Yeah, I agree with that. I was like, wasn't he the first to like freak out? And then now he's like, oh, I'm seeing you all as comrades. So now I'm like, that kind of susses me out too. I don't know.
だから言ってんだよ。あの時は悪かった。
After saying that, Akase bowed to us. When he looked up, the bold expression was gone and he looked slightly depressed.
本音を言えば、心から信じてるかっていうと、それはまだ難しい。でも、一人の裏切りのために、9人の間の信頼を捨てるのは嫌だ。だから、昨日言ったことは取り消させてくれ。
Oh, that's really sweet. Like, oh, I doubted you for a moment and you turned this around on me. Yeah.
誰かを疑って信じられる奴らの信頼をなくして少しずつ自分さえも信じられなくなるのが嫌だ。だから俺はここにいる奴らは仲間だって思うことにした。
His gaze was pure. Mysteriously, when I saw those eyes, I felt like things would turn out all right. My hand was clenched out of tension, but it had relaxed without me knowing. I also want to believe in everyone. Even if we just met yesterday, I don't want to be at odds with them. Even if the traitor called the producers among us.
僕は昨日も言いましたけれど、プロデューサーが紛れ込んでるっていう話自体も嘘かもしれないって思っています。
That's true too, yeah.
疑心暗鬼は最高のスパイス。彼はそう言っていましたよね。そうやって僕らの団結を防いでいるのかなと。
根拠としては少し弱いと思うが。
そうですね。でも僕は皆さんと少しでも仲良くやれたらって思います。
まあ確かにこれからどのくらい一緒にいるのかわかんないのにギスギスしてんのはごめんだよね。
I agree. It's painful to always have to doubt someone. It'll make things terribly awkward.
揃いも揃って俺に言ってるのか？
No! No! That's not what I meant. It was just an opinion. Just saying what came to mind.
俺も思ったことを言ってるだけだが。まあいちいち言い合うのもめんどくさいな。別にプロデューサー以外のやつまで責め立てるつもりはないし。
Then we can get along.
いや、そうは言ってな。
なんだよ、話せばわかるじゃん。これからもその調子で頼むぜ、エヴァな。
お前、だから。
Oh, look at him! He's blushing! Oh my god, this is the episode where I fall in love with Ivana. This is horrible. Get me out.
ツンツンしたい時期もあるよな。わかるわかる。だから違いますって。
じゃあ明日からもよろしくな。早く元の世界に帰れるよ。みんなで頑張ろうぜ。
We each expressed agreement. Ivana seemed reluctant about it, though. What appeared to be a pitch black road seemed to have a ray of light now. That's how it felt. Hakase is amazing. We're feeling a bit more optimistic now. It's alright. We can go home if we work hard enough. I have to keep at it without giving up. I renewed my resolve that night. That happened right before going to bed. Tomase was waiting for me by the door to my own room. I had mixed feelings about this. In truth, among the 9 here, the most trustworthy one to me was Tomase. No, I still trust him now, but... Tomase, what's up?
今日避けてただろう、俺のこと。
That's because... Ever since talking to Tomase in the morning, I'd avoid looking at him straight or talking to him. I still hadn't come to terms with how I felt.
日和、お前が俺のことをどう思っても、お前が決めたことなら仕方ないとは思うが。 俺はどんな状況でもお前を守るし、一緒にいるからな。
I'm the one at fault here because I avoided him. But Tomase came to me instead, making me feel he was much more mature. Which he is, by the way. Can you tell that I'm pissed about it? I just feel like it was so bad for her to just avoid him the whole time. Like, why can't she just tell him, like, hey, this made me uncomfortable? Like, I don't know. If she doesn't like him, then she should just tell him that she doesn't like him. You know? Like, instead of dragging him around and making him feel, like, ultra bad. Like, he's apologized already. And he's like, I won't apologize for, like, doing what we had to do, but... like, I will apologize for making you uncomfortable, you know? Like, I don't know. I just... It used to be my role to be the one protecting you.
昔の話だろ。今は違う。
When we were small, I was a year older, so I always led Tomase by his hand. Cars, dogs, bullies, I thought I protected him from all of that, just like how I did with my younger siblings. When did this all change? When did he not need me to hold his hand anymore?
だから危険なことはするなよ。何かあったら俺に相談してくれ。俺は絶対にお前を裏切ったりしない。
But he'd do anything in the drama. I almost said that out loud, but stopped myself. I knew that everything he had done was to protect me, but if it's the rules, he might do anything I don't want, even if it's kissing or more. But if I said that to him, I'm sure we'd fight again. If that's the case, then... Alright. We're in an unfamiliar place, surrounded by strangers. I'm so thankful that Tomase is here for me right now. So right now, I don't want to argue with Tomase. I looked up and smiled at Tomase. It was to thank him for caring. I'll consult you if anything happens. Besides, I want to go home as soon as possible. And you can't take a bath here, so it's kind of terrible.
風呂？風呂ならバウンサーに頼めば疑似入浴処理とかいうのをしてくれるが。
I know that, but I still want to take a real bath. It's more soothing that way. But I guess we'll have to be patient for now. That was just me wanting to complain. Well, good night. See you tomorrow.
ああ、おやすみ。
I told myself that we'd work on this again tomorrow as I retired to my room. Oh shit, oh god, I can't even save. Okay, well we're gonna stop here before I do anything. Can I just say, I'm gonna say this again. I'm probably gonna say it 50,000 more times during this playthrough, but the MC's like avoidant nature of like not saying how she actually feels and being like, I don't want to fight, so I'm not gonna say anything. Like, I hate that. Like, I hate it. And I think it's just because for me, what I've learned throughout my life, oh my god, I'm turning 30 this year. Surprise. But what I learned throughout my life is just like, if you're getting into an argument with somebody who's really close to you, like a friend or like a romantic partner or whatever, I feel like the worst thing you can do is just not talk about what bothers you. Because what ends up happening is like, you hold on to this feeling of like uncomfortableness and just awkwardness, and the other person, they know you well enough to know that something is wrong, but the fact that you won't tell them what's wrong, like they can't change it. So they're continuing to act the way that they normally do, probably a little bit worse if anything, because they're like trying to figure out what's wrong with you. And if you're just avoiding them altogether and not talking about what actually bothers you the whole time, like, not only will resentment grow from you because you're like, this person is still doing this thing that I hate, but I feel like the other person's going to be resentful too because they're like, why the fuck aren't you fucking telling me what's wrong, you know? Like, so to me, I feel like it's just the worst combination of anything. Like, you can tell that her best friend is genuinely looking out for her, and she's out here doubting him all the time. She's like, I don't know. I feel like, yes, I think I can still trust him, and he still is the most trustworthy here, but... And it's like she won't finish that thought, and she won't even, like, think about it herself. Like, she won't take it to unpack in her own room or anything like that. She just is like, that's a later problem. I'm not gonna think about it right now. Like, No, you should think about it. We're in a fucking crisis situation. We've been transported to a fucking other world. We're surrounded by people who don't really, like, I don't know if they're aliens or I don't know what the hell they are, like holographic depictions of people. Like, we know that there's somebody who's a traitor among the group that is watching us, that is hoping that, like, something happens with gathering this group of people. Like, this is the time to solidify your trust with someone. And she's just like, nah, I'm not gonna think about it. It just pisses me off so bad. Oh, Lord. I'm so sorry. I promise I will shut up. But I mean, if you're not here for my fucking opinion, then what are you here for? Well, I guess you could be here to watch the game, but I'm not the best person to do that, so do what you want. I'm so mad. Next episode, I guess we'll pick one of these things. I assume that they're like, so if we go to the living room, it's Banjo. If we go to the library, it's Gyobu, I think it was. And then if we go to the park, it's probably that other guy, the tall one. What's his name? Futami, I think. So I guess we'll go to the living room next episode, maybe.